Okay, welcome folks. Hope you are able to see the live telecast. This is a very good anticipated game between Knights and Udan. Both belong to Group A. Stand 1 and 2, Knights and Udan respectively. However, this is the final game of their group, and this game is going to decide who is going to end up in the top 4 and who's not. So Udan has, I guess Knights have won the toss and they're batting first. As you can see, Jeet and Vinay have already taken their taken the ground. Udan is just in a hurdle in the mid-on area, and they are having a talk. So we will be starting in 2 to 3 minutes. I have Bhanu with me. Hi Bhanu.
Hi Keshav.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to this game. Pretty good climate out here. The clouds are saving us from the heat. I'm not sure for how long, but it's up. It's going to be pretty good within next 20 minutes. So I advise guys who are watching on TV to come here because such a fun time to watch cricket. And I guess we have the best location.
And also the best teams playing, battling out. Who
Yes.
enters the league without a pre-quarters game.
Yes. So let me explain you how that works. So we have 4 groups. Every group has 3 teams who are going to qualify, right? So uh, the top, so that's going to be a total of 12 teams. The top 4 teams are going to go to qualifiers, quarterfinals directly. They don't have to play a game in between. Whereas 5 to 12 will have to play among themselves to get the other 4, which will go into the quarters. So if Knights win today, they are going to be one of the top 4. If Udan wins today, Samurais can be one of the top 4, but if Udan wins with a bigger margin, Udan are going to be there on the top 4. So a lot on stake for these 3 teams, plus the kind of ground we have, the kind of teams these two are, we are surely in for a very good encounter. A very good toss for Knights to win, Bhanu.
Yeah, absolutely. In Creekside, we have observed that the batting teams batting first have a definite advantage with the dew kicking in the second innings, and that too the ball won't travel because of the dewness. The ball also becomes harder and it won't travel.
Yes. I have been seeing that, especially in the last week or so, right? And it all started from the game between Challengers and United, where we did not see a lot of runs being scored by Challengers, but they were able to defend it, just 110 against a team like United, and after that, a game between Rowdies and Samurais. So for sure, the dew is playing a factor. The pitch has sort of rolled in, so it's not holding up that much. So it's skidding that much more for the bowler. So it has balanced out the bat and the ball game really good, unlike T8 where it was all batsman game all together.
Yeah, in the T16 also in the first couple of weeks you saw very big scores around 160, 170 being hit, but nowadays the scores are getting a bit low, and also the matches are becoming a bit tight. So it would be interesting to see how this match goes.
Yes, so a definite advantage as we are talking about 2 nights for winning the toss, because as we have seen, it was sun out, so there's not a lot of dew. The pitch is a tad bit more dry compared to how it would be in the night, right? So what is the score you think Knight would be looking at before the start of the game?
Anything above 130 would be a decent chance in this ground, batting first to make sure that they are using the toss advantage. If it is below anything below 120, 110, it would be definitely advantage Udan, even though the batting becomes harder in the second innings. But Knight should make use of winning the toss and make sure that they score 130 plus. That would put pressure on Udan.
Personally, I feel Knight should target somewhere around 140, maybe a bit over it, given that the Murli factor in Udan is pretty big. For some reason, I think he has been in sublime touch on this track. The T8 totally belonged to him, and even in T16 he has been playing some blistering knocks out here.
Yeah.
So for sure Knights would have some plan against him. Let's see what they come up with. Coming back to the game, it's almost starting. Adi will be starting the attack for Udan. As you can see, Jeet already on strike. Vinay will be supporting him from the non-strikers end.
Also, Keshav, remember there's the rematch of the 2021 finals of the T16.
Oh yes.
After that, they haven't played each other again.
Oh, that's a good stat. But 2 fielders, so power play always are crucial in Creekside, and knowing how Jeet bats here, it's surely gonna ensure some power hitting. The 2 fielders outside for Jeet are deep mid wicket and long on, him being lefty that way. So we are about to start.
Aditya is about to start the first ball of the innings, of the match in fact. And Jeet is ready to take the strike and the match is about to begin. It's a
Oh,
decent ball and a good leave from Jeet, which is not common to him.
yes, and I appreciate that. I think he just wants to take a glance at the wicket. He just let it go, but it was a good length delivery, by the way. I mean, also perfectly on the fourth or fifth stump line from what I could see from here.
Yeah, it was a good ball, and Jeet also making sure that he doesn't want to give away his wicket. He's very cautious about how he places this innings today.
Second ball of the over coming up. Short, and he tries to go for it, slashes it and misses it. A bit wide this time, bit of room. If Jeet had got it, it might have raced away for a boundary. But again, the length was pretty good on it. It just bounced a bit more from what Jeet might have anticipated.
Also, it gave a bit of room to Jeet, and which tempted him to go for the cut shot, which is his kind of favorite shot. Let's see what kind of a ball Aditya balls this ball. Third ball coming up. Oh, another leave by Jeet. This is a brilliant over. Oh,
But it has been given as a wide, so I think for sure it might be too much away from Aditya's liking. So the idea is clear, to bowl him as much as outside off as possible, because Jeet favors that leg side area.
no short balls, good length around off stump. Let's see what he does.
Third ball coming up. A tad slower, I guess. Again, but the line and length still the same. Outside off stump, sticking to the plan Aditya here and inducing 3 dots to start with.
It's a very cautious start from Jeet's standards. I'm guessing he'll go for the next couple of balls definitely.
Fourth ball of the over. Full this time on the leg. He has gone for it. Is it in the gap? It might be in the gap. Perfect. Oh,
It's misjudged by the fielder Chaitu at long on. It goes for a boundary.
yeah. For a moment, I thought he just bisected it so nicely, but Chaitu overran on that one and was unable to handle the spin after the ball pitched, I guess, and he missed it, and that's a boundary. So again, but this was a lower full toss, I guess.
Lower full toss. The bowler missed the mark, and Jeetu made sure that he doesn't miss it, and he capitalizes, and they're off to a start here now. 5 runs of 4 balls, and pressure on Aditya to make a comeback in this over. We lost the stream for a ball, and it was a single to mid off from Jeetu, and now Vinay is about to face his first ball of the match. Aditya with his last ball. Decent ball and decent feeling from Aditya brings to the end of the over. The score is 6 for no loss.
Yeah, so bit of a cautious start from Knights. I think they are also aware about the kind of the track this is turning out to be. So they just want to save their wickets as well.
Looks
It's a
like
16 over game.
Aditya did some mischief to his leg while trying to stop the ball on the pitch.
Yeah, but 1 over, the score moves to 6. Jeet will be on the strike in the second over. Aditya just checking his leg a bit.
Time for the magic spray to kicking and then make sure that his juices are flowing.
But the sun is out here as well.
Doesn't seem to be pretty good right now for Aditya. He's limping.
Yeah, and applying something, I guess. Yeah, magic spray, as you said.
Let's see if he will be able to bowl the next over. Generally, he bowls the third over.
But who's coming in for the next one? I think
it's Swaroop.
Swaroop, yes. And Jeet on strike.
Yeah, I think Jeet will go for the full Monty this over because it was a cautious start from Jeet, and now he'll try to capitalize the power play.
But Knights do bat pretty deep and pretty decent batting, more than decent batting lineup, if I can say. Let's see who's to follow. Praharsh, Palanki. Is Srivastava Kondapalli playing again? Yes, he is. It shows in the playing 11, so he's surely playing. So Praharsh, Srivastav, and Sandeep. Mind you, they also have Dhaval this time. Dhaval from Valleys who's playing for them.
And Purna is a good finisher as well for Knights, and Vishwa is a handy left-hander. He can rotate the ball and when needed go for the full Monty as well.
Yeah, and Chandu. We have seen
Purna
some.
or Chandu is the same
okay,
guy,
okay.
and he's a pinch hitter during the slog overs. The second over is about to begin by Swaroop.
Oh, that's high up in the air, and Murli
goes for a catch, and Murli takes a simple catch. It was a short ball. He went for the hook, and it was a top edge, and Murli finishes it off a simple catch.
Yep, exactly. So a short ball, surely that ball was there to be hit, but Jeet getting the top edge and skying it up straight to Murli, who takes the easiest catch possible to him. But however, it's been a brilliant start for Udan then, because Jeet was cautious and maybe was planning to elongate his innings comparatively, but unable to do so. Just hitting one boundary today.
Yeah, Jeetu being cautious is not a good sign for him as well as the team, because he generally plays his best when he goes without much thinking. But today he was pretty cautious, and so maybe that was in two minds whether to go for the shot or no. In general, if he sees the length, he'll directly go for it, and generally he clears the boundary. So let's see. Looks like Vishwa, another left-hander, is coming to the crease to replace Jeetu.
Yep, and he will be taking the strike. But this is exactly what Udan would have planned for, because Jeet can take the momentum of scoring away generally while batting. So just getting him for 5 of 6 ball is surely a win for Udan to start with.
Yeah, definitely a good start for Udan. That too, I think the ball rushed Jeetu a little bit with the extra pace and extra bounce compared to Aditya, who was bowling around good length or a low full toss. Compared to that sudden surprise of a short ball,
Yes.
I think deceived Jeet in the end.
And also the pace, I think he got beaten or deceived by the pace a lot. It just came on a tad more quicker than he might have anticipated.
Yeah, looking at the previous over, he would have thought, okay, they are planning to bowl good length against him. He would have not expected a short ball coming right at the start of the over.
But a lefty again into the attack has some beautiful stance, by the way. Outside off, cut away nicely in the gap, and he might just look for a couple over here.
Chance
And
of
he
a
is coming
run-
back. Yep.
Okay. Good running from the batsman. They're trying to keep the same length to the other left-hander Vishwa as well. Outside off, good length, and let's see what the batsman does. Not giving any free balls. It's a decent ball from the bowler and well defended by Vishwa. He's also being cautious. Unless it's a loose ball, he's not going for the shots, which is kind of sensible because they just lost a wicket in the second over of the match of their crucial batsman Jeet. There's a slight change in the field.
Yeah,
The
the-
square leg is coming to deep mid wicket. I suspect a short
Does-
ball is
does-
around the corner.
Does this stance remind you of anyone, Bhanu?
I haven't observed it.
Let him
me
take it
observe.
again. Yeah, exactly.
I was seeing the previous match, so that much he's made the
For-
same stance, Keshav.
It looks like Kumar
Who?
Sangakkara a little.
For me, it makes me remind of Venkatesh Iyer for some reason. Just look at it again. But yeah, one run.
Maybe the height and the personality.
Yeah, maybe.
So I was actually bit shocked to know like you were not knowing him because he was a new addition to Knights and he was been one of their top scorers.
Oh, because I haven't covered Knights games
Knights.
this time.
I was
guess
covering at least one or two matches and I was watching few matches. I would say, like, of all the left-handers, no, not bad about Abhi. Abhi is a very good player. He is a class left-hander in
Yeah,
the
and
squad.
you could make it out from the stands. Exactly.
And
That's the
he
reason
was
I was
playing
noticing him.
so good in all the matches. Yeah, his stance, his shot. You can see that first cover drive he made.
Okay, Vinay is on strike. Full ball and sort of came in after pitching.
It would have been a LBW shot in an ICC game or a leather ball game.
Has been a good start for Swaroop as well. Has not given them anything loose. For Vinay, the two fielders outside here are deep mid wicket and long off. The idea is to keep it full around that good length area. Not the short one that he tried this time around. Nicely punched away through the point area, and this might just run away for a boundary. It might not. The fielder is after it. He has stopped it. They might just come back for three. They are coming back for three, and that's some good running.
That's great running from the batsman there, and a good throw from the lead.
So I want to ask an interesting question to you, Keshav, and I want that answer to be said by you after 7 or 8 overs.
Okay.
I want you to observe the pitch because off late you were doing most matches live stream on the PPs and you were
Exactly.
playing there, you were not playing. Like last couple of weeks, I feel this has become an equal opportunity. Like initially
and
when we were playing, it was a batsman paradise. Now if you are hitting the right length, earlier though if you hit the right length, if the batsman can pick you. Nowadays it's not like that.
Exactly, and we did talk about this just before the start of the first over, while they were about to start, and the runs have started coming down a little bit from 150. It has just come down to 130 run mark. So exactly, I think, and that also. That's the reason why Knights are a bit more cautious. They are not going for 150 out from outright, right? If you have seen Jeet batting in T8 or even in the starting of the T16, he would just go ballistic from ball one.
So 125 is a very good score to defend. I mean, 130 is a good score to defend. 120, 125 is a competitive
Score.
It's not easy to chase, and also considering dew factor will be there.
Exactly, and that's why it's a good toss for Knights to win. Aditya starting his second over. Jeet playing, Vinay playing his favourite shot on the leg side, and it should surely be a 2 if not a 4. Might just have run away for 4, and the fielder there really honest about it. So that's a good welcome boundary for Vinay. And
It's his favourite shot and relieving some of the pressure because the runs were not flowing for Knights, and that will put pressure on Aditya to make a comeback in the over. As it's the last over of the power play, Knights will try surely to make use of it.
yes, and Vinay is the perfect guy for them to play the anchor sort of a role where he can just take the singles and doubles and try these kind of shots when the ball allows him to.
Yeah, perfectly agreed. He tried. He just learned this shot, and in this tournament, it's been pretty effective without much effort, and it will also make sure that he's not getting tired pretty quickly.
Shot outside off, nicely cut away in the gap, and that might just run away for 4. No, the grasses have grown a little bit more. That would only be a couple.
Good fielding by Shiva there with his tall legs, making sure that it doesn't go for a boundary. I think in this over, Aditya is not finding the line that he got in the first over. He's bowling a bit short and a bit wide, which is falling into the arc of Vinay.
Yeah, surely this one would be a little more fuller. So watch out for a catch, Umesh. Oh, but Vinay.
Good ball and good single by the batsman.
Exactly. Vinay being aware about the situation that he's gotten 6 runs already from the last 2 balls. So just nudging it for a single. Not trying anything extravagant. The score has moved on to 19.
It's a decent start from Knights, although they would have hoped Jeet is still out there. But I would say it's still a reasonable start. What do you think, Keshav?
Sure, I think they have got the runs flowing even after the fall of the wicket, which is a positive always. Chandu on strike. Again, nicely played straight back to Shiva. No, not Shiva.
Avi.
Avi, yes.
Avi was the fielder. It was a good ball, just a defensive shot from Vishwa, making sure that they already got the runs, and maybe in the last 2 balls of the over he'll go for a big shot. Let's see how Aditya makes a comeback this over.
I think from what I have seen him until now, he's more to the merit player. So he's only going to go if he finds a ball. Otherwise, he's very happy to take single or block the ball. But this is the last two balls of the power play. I'm not sure how much does that matter to Knights.
At least you tried to put pressure, I would feel.
On the leg side, trying to nudge it away, but only managing to get it on his legs.
He tried to premeditate, come to the offside and make sure to hit it on the leg side, but it hit the leg. So it's a decent over from Aditya after conceding the boundary of the first ball. Just gave away 3 runs in 5 balls. Last ball of the power play coming up.
Again a good line delivery and nudge it stayed back pass to the bowler.
At the end of 3 overs, it's 19 for 2.
Yup, and power play is done. Three overs, 19 for the loss of 1 wicket. So a slightly cautious start from Knights. Ashwarup will continue his spell. Vinay will be on strike. Vinay just hit 1 boundary. On the leg side, Chandu, the other batsman, right? Vishwa, the other batsman, has been really watchful in his first 3-4 balls.
It will be interesting to see the Knights approach from here on after the power play. Are they trying to play cautiously or they are trying to put pressure on the fielders, running a couple of singles, doubles and putting pressure by hitting the boundaries, or they are okay to play with the merit of the ball?
Yep. I think the field has opened up because the power play is done, so that surely opens up a lot of singles and doubles opportunities, given that this is a 360 ground. And watch out for Vinay playing behind the wicket because he can get really cheeky. If I can see, I don't see anything behind the wicket on the leg side, so that is surely something he's going to eye.
And also there are only 4 fielders on the boundary instead of 5, so if they need, they can put one more extra fielder out there. They're making sure that Knights take the extra risk and then they might push the fielders to the boundary.
Vinay just taking a single and passing the strike back to Vishwa. And also the right hand left hand combination plays with the bowler's mind on the field part.
Yeah, absolutely. It also will tire the fielders and also mess with the bowler's line and length. Also that Vishwa plays more in front of the wicket and wherein Vinay plays behind the wicket. So the length and everything also differs from Vinay and Vishwa.
Second ball, Chandu tries pulling it, but I think it's a wide, too much down the leg side. There's a fielder for that kind of a shot, but I think if he had timed that ball, he might just have cleared the fence. The score moves on to 21.
Slight delay behind the side screen here, even though we don't have a side screen.
Short ball, he tries to cut again but misses.
Oh, pretty lucky there. It was almost on the wickets, just bouncing over the wickets. Otherwise, it would have been a bold.
Yeah, not too much room out there to be able to cut the ball. I think that's where he missed the shot selection part. But Swaroop has been really good with his length until now.
Vishwa is trying to mostly cut the ball, sensing that there are no fielders in the deep for him on the offside.
High backlift. Oh, he tries to go for the shot again but misses. Is that a wide? No. That was
Given by the umpire.
That was surely away and in the slot. But too far away.
I think some frustration coming in for the batsman Vishwa. That's a good decision by Vinay to go down the pitch and have a word with him, calm his nerves and make sure that the things are under control. Let's see what kind of a ball Swaroop comes up with, because he knows the batsman is trying to come after him.
Full this time, nicely played straight to
Chance
Umesh.
now. No,
Yes, Umesh was standing on the 30-yard circle, so they surely had a run over there. It wasn't hit very hard by Vishwa. But one good thing is he just went for a single and rotated the strike back to Vinay.
Yeah, and sensing that he was under pressure, he made sure that at least it's a single and he rocked the strike and gives the responsibility of batting to Vinay.
So they got 3 runs in the over so far, with two more balls to go, I guess.
I think it's couple of balls.
Let's see what Vinay can. He tries to reverse sweep it.
Straight to the fielder though. His intentions are pretty clear. Any ball shot, he'll directly go for the reverse shot or the sweep shot.
Yeah, he's gonna exploit behind the wicket a lot more than other batsmen. But rotating the strike again.
There's a field change for the left-hander. Deep square leg being put for him. This might indicate he might go for a short ball.
Oh, he pulls it this time. That this protection over there only be a single. Vamsi there doing a good fielding effort.
Good over, 5 runs from Swaroop. And at the end of 4 overs, there are 24 for one night.
Yes, 4 overs 24. So they are going by run a ball basically, and they would want to up the ante. When we talk about a score after 8 over mark, I think both of these batsmen are settled now, and they would be looking for getting at least 30 runs in the next 4 overs.
Yeah, that would be a sensible choice, and it would be in a decent start, around 54 after 8 overs, and then with plenty of wickets in hand, they can try to attack the second 8 overs of the innings, which would bring them a decent total of around 120, 130, which would be a competitive total on this pitch.
Yeah, and Sandeep and Harshu still to come. So those two batsmen are really going to be key for them on this kind of track. Avinash will basically come into the attack in the 5th over. And I think time for Vishwa now to up the ante. He has played his initial balls and I think has got his eye in. Just checking on the field. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on for the left hander. Long off, mid off just coming back as a long off for him as well. These are the full fielder outside, nothing on covers. And point, deep point. All the 3 fielders on the offside are inside the 30-yard circle, so that is something for sure Vishwa will be eyeing. The idea should be to ball straight and not give him any room. It was a full toss on the leg side in the gap, nicely punished away for a boundary. Exactly what Vishwa might have wanted in his innings right now.
It was a full toss above the waist, I would say, but the umpire says no. But it's a good shot from the batsman.
Yep. Good thing that he was able to punish that one exactly how he would have liked it to be punished. There were protection on the leg side, but he was able to bisect the 2 fielders between deep mid wicket and deep square leg. That will take some pressure off him. Second ball, full on straight down. That's a beautiful catch from Aditya. He had
It's a ripper from Aditya, just stretching his hand out there and it stuck. That's a great catch.
exactly. He might just have been looking for a single, trying to push it away on the long on area, but Aditya there, standing on wideish mid on, was able to just pull out almost a blinder.
Vishwa would be pretty disappointed with that. It was a pretty good stroke and it was a very good grab from Aditya.
Yes, exactly. He had taken his time gauging the pitch, and he would have liked to go ahead with the scoring, but losing the wicket at the wrong time for Knights. But at the same time, a perfect time for getting a wicket for Udan. Sandeep is the new batsman in. Both of these batsmen are known for their singles and doubles, so it should be a good contest.
I would think that they would be chiming in for a big innings so that at least for the next 3-4 overs they'll make sure that they'll not lose the wicket. Put a platform out there for the big hitters out there to come and just exploit the situation. Let's see how they pace their innings.
When does Harshu comes in, Bhanu?
I would say after the fall of this wicket, whenever it is, Harshu would be the next man in.
Because he can really be a key if he gets going for Knights.
Yeah, he is a pretty good batsman at rotating the strikes, and when needed, he can go for the full Monty as well. Yeah, I agree. He is a key batsman along with Purna at the end to give the finishing touches to the team. As of now, for now, Udan are pretty bang on with their plans. They are making sure that they are sticking to their plans. Hardly there are a couple of loose balls from them. Apart from that, they are bowling very good according to the plan.
Sandeep will be taking the strike. So Avinash had a good comeback after the loose delivery that he bowled first up to Vishwa, getting him on the second delivery. Couldn't have asked for a better comeback.
Yeah. I would guess he would be feeling very lucky and happy about that because it was not a perfect ball. But luckily he got a wicket. That's good for him.
Third ball of the over. On the offside, nicely put away into the gap, and that should be a couple of runs. Easy too, and that's really good batting from Sandeep.
Running from Sandeep, and it was a good fielding effort from Shiva. He just came to the crease, but he was able to middle the ball to perfection into the gap for an easy couple.
And this is the kind of partnership that I think Knights would be looking for. Maybe just getting 7-8 runs every over until the 8th over mark, setting up a platform for batsmen coming in the second half of the game.
That too without much risk, without taking much risk because they don't want to lose too many wickets and put pressure on the incoming batsman.
Full edged and through to the point fielder, and it should surely be a couple again. Oh, the ball has stopped, and the good call from Sandeep not to go for the double because that surely would have been a suicidal.
Yeah, that was a good effort from the fielder there.
For some reason, the balls do not travel behind the wicket that much as they travel in front of the wicket, even though they have a slope there. But I think it's the grass. Yeah, the grass is pretty big over there, and also the dew and the water just stops it.
Also, when the ball goes to the behind the wicket, generally it's of a edge. That's why that might not have the enough power in the legs to go to the boundary, compared to if it's a fully timed shot in the front of the wicket.
Makes sense. Are we continuing coming around the wicket? Short ball, nicely cut away again, straight to the fielder who does a good fielding effort. But Sandeep was quick enough to get to the other end as well. That's good running between the wickets.
The communication between the wickets is pretty good, even though they just came in. They're experienced batters and making sure that there is no mishap during the running. Hitting the ball into the gap, making sure that it's an easy single. They are trying to put pressure on Sandeep by putting 4 fielders in the inner circle on the offside and tempting him to go beyond them.
Full ball and Sandeep lets it go. Maybe checking for a wide, but Rahul does not gives it. So a dot ball to end with.
That's a good over.
Good over for Knights because they got the runs, but they also lost a wicket. So Udan wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, either way, it's good for both of them because
Yeah.
Knights got around 8 runs, I would feel.
Yep, the score moves on to 32 at the end of 5 overs. Knights were able to take 8 runs from that one.
Looks like Santosh would be the next bowler in for Udan.
Yep,
He has a pretty big, pretty good arm, so I would say he would generate a good pace among all the Udan bowlers.
yes, he does generate a good pace. Would have loved bowling in the second half for sure, but let's see how much is he going to trouble the Knights batsmen today. I think Vinay against him would surely be eyeing that leg side area that we have been talking about. Because
I'm pretty astonished to know the reason behind Udan's tactics here. They know Vinay would be playing the ram shot behind. They should have at least kept a fielder even though they are sure that they won't bowl that delivery. Let's see if
and
they can
that's
capitalize
that's
and
one
make a
challenge. That's one challenge coming from PP2 here because you have full ground. Oh, that's a good shot in the gap through the mid wicket area. Fielder coming after it. It would only be Sandeep is coming back for 2. That's good running.
good throw from the fielder in the deep, and it was good running. Good shot in the first place from Vinay plays into the gap between the long on and the deep mid wicket.
We have been starting to get some runs. Has been batting really good until now. He's playing on 15 of 10 deliveries. Or he plays the reverse sweep. It's not even reverse sweep. He just rotates as a left-hander and then try to utilize that area behind the wicket. They have one sort of deep, a third man, which is not very deep, short third man behind the wicket. He's just trying to get that area. Let's see what he tries now. Full, he guides it straight to Vamsi again, and
Chance of a
Sandeep.
run out. Oh, the throw is not that good. It would have been a definite half chance there.
Exactly, but I'm really impressed by the way Sandeep has been running. He's really sure about that he can make it, and he's making it really good. So that's really good to see for Knights, I guess.
Yeah, Sandeep's game is based on running and making sure while he's batting, he takes the quick singles and makes sure that he places the ball in the gaps, looks for ones and twos. You hardly see boundaries hitting by Sandeep. He leaves it out to the other power hitters in the team.
Short ball, nicely cut away again, straight to the fielder this time. Could have been close. It has been given out by Rahul. Straight away.
That was a brilliant direct hit from Avi. With the angle that is there, it would have been a one stump. Not
Vinay
even
is
looking at the third stump.
Vinay is unable to believe it. Totally, he is so shocked. I'm not sure what happened, but that's some brilliant fielding effort. I think it was Avi there, got the ball and he just had a throw. I think it was a direct hit. We did not see the stump.
Direct hit, and that too, with the angle that is he is standing on, it's a very good direct hit.
Yep, and Rahul was very sure about the decision. He just put his hand up straight away. So Udan got a very timely and a very good wicket. I think that goes to the fielding. Vinay is surely a very crucial
There
wicket.
was an input like Bonu's voice was very feeble.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, that should help Bhanu.
Sorry about that. I'll try to raise my voice.
Not mic adjustment. Should
Mike was right on my mouth.
It was a timely wicket for Udan, and there is a discussion between the umpires and the fielding team and the batting team.
Yep. And while they are arguing about not sure what, because it has been given out by the umpire, so it will have to stay that way. Let's show you some sponsors' videos.
Best of luck to all NWA cricket participants. We have extensive experience in land development and quality construction. We have built over 200 homes in 4 subdivisions, including single-family and duplex homes. Silverleaf Estates is our new upscale subdivision with amenities like clubhouse, walking trails, pool, kids play area, and more. We have a limited time buyer incentive of $13,000 for NWA cricket participants. Our office is in Bentonville across from the Links at Rainbow Curve Apartments. We're ready to serve you.
Alright, welcome back, folks. Hope you liked the advertisements. We are back with one more wicket. Basically, Vinay was given out after some arguments and discussions. Harshu is the next batsman in, so a very key batting pair for the Knights. Sandeep on strike, lets it go. It's been given wide by the umpire. So the score moves on. However, a very big wicket when it comes to Knights, because Vinay has been really key batsman for them in Creek side especially. He can, as we were talking about, these two can play that anchor role until the 8th over mark and set it up really good. Full toss, nicely played away on the leg side, but it hasn't got the wheels onto it. Sandeep will come back for second. He has been running really good today.
Yeah, his running was spot on till now. And coming back to Vinay's wicket, that was more important because today he was pretty much middling all the balls and he was looking in good rhythm. It's up to Sandeep and Harshu to take the momentum forward for Knights. They should be pretty sure, they should be making sure that they don't lose any wickets to runouts or any other means till the 8th over.
Sandeep again on strike. Short ball again, trying to cut it away. It has been given wide by the umpire.
Now the bowler is not happy with the wide decision being given. Looks like Santosh is trying to cramp up the batsman, bowl wicket to wicket, but he's giving away short and wide deliveries to the batsman, tempting them to go for the cut shots. There is no fielder on the deep on the offside too, which will result in boundaries.
Nicely punched away straight to Vamsi. No run this time. Sorry, it was Aditya.
Good fielding from Aditya and a good comeback from Santosh. I beg your pardon. And looks like it's the end of the over.
Yep, the score has moved on to 38 or 36.
No, 6 or so.
So the game nicely poised. Nobody going away with the game yet. As we know, Knights bat deep. And they are playing just with a 6 run per over mark.
I would say it's a decent start from both teams. Going at 6 runs per over, Udan will be happy with the 3 wickets and getting an informed batsman out as well.
Yeah, Avinash would be continuing.
What do you think Harshu's approach should be, Keshav?
Yeah, I think he's going to stick around for a while, in the sense that, and I think he's that kind of a batsman. He will pace his innings really well. He's not going to go for it unless, but if there's a bad ball which can be put away, he will put it away. So that is surely going to be a very crucial wicket for both of the teams. Because if Harshu stays, he can really up the ante at the end of the innings. But if Udan is able to get his wicket really early in the game, I think that is half the game there for Udan.
That would be a big blow tonight because Harshu has been batting well right throughout the tournament, and he played a couple of good innings as well on this ground too, in the practice game and in the tournament game. So he'd be trying to carry forward that form, because as it's a crucial match for Knights and Udan.
Harshu on strike, playing his first ball. Guides it away to the point region, and Sandeep goes for run. Could be crucial.
Oh,
Direct hit, and Sandeep was gone out there. That was really good fielding effort.
But it was very close to the stumps because Murli, the keeper, also left it to the ball to hit the stumps instead of trying to catch it and deflect onto the stumps.
Luckily for Sandeep, that did hit the stumps. Otherwise, that could have been really bad for Knights.
That would have been a big blow for Knights because they just lost their informed batsman Vinay due to a run out, and you can't lose wickets to run outs on this ground.
Nicely cover driven. Might just be. Oh, Aditya has a ground, and that's a.
Oh,
what a throw that! Udan is surely, if they are winning it on the fielding mark. Aditya there from deep cover had a direct hit at Sandeep, who just escaped by a lucky miss on the last ball. Has just coming back again by an even brilliant fielding effort from Aditya.
As I was just saying, Runouts are a crucial part, and it's a big sin getting out to runouts in this ground. And as you said, it was a brilliant throw from Aditya from deep cover. The batsman was trying to take a couple and sent back, but it was not. The double was not even there.
Yeah, and it's not like that he had gone away for the second run. He was just taking a couple of steps to check if there was a run, and he was coming back, and that was a pretty flat throw and pretty powerful as well.
Yeah, it was a powerful throw and right on the mark. And even Sandeep would have not expected the ball to be a direct throw.
Yeah.
But I would say that is a risky single, given that he just the ball before he survived a close run out call.
Yeah, that's just brilliant fielding effort. That just you can't. I don't think so. I can blame the batsman on this one as well. You don't anticipate that kind of throws. Actually,
Definitely from the deep. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say the credit should go to the fieldsman there, Aditya, with a brilliant arm. He
Yeah.
affected the run out and also the important batsman of Knights. Now
Yep.
puts pressure on Knights.
So within 1 over, they have Vinay and Sandeep both out of the ground. Dhaval is the new batsman in. And Harshu, the pressure now increases a lot more on these two batsmen because their idea is to not only keep scoring but also not to lose wicket.
Yeah.
And this
The
is
onus is now on Harshu, because Harshu has been the batsman in form for Knights and Dhaval has hardly gotten enough chances to prove his potential. So I would be sure that Harshu's wicket would be very crucial for Udan or Knights in case if they want to make a chance of winning this game. Another left-hander for Knights, Dhaval comes in. Are we to continue the over to Dhaval, who is about to face his first ball of the match?
Yep, Knights just derailing a bit here with the loss of two wickets in quick interval. However, as we have talked about previously, that even a score of 120, 110 to 120 can be really competitive on this wicket. Oh, Dhaval! Oh, that's a catch drop. Is that a catch drop? I did hear something. That was a quick delivery, just cramping him for room. He trying to flick that one Dhaval on the onside, but I think he did get a nick.
Judging by the reaction of Murli, that was definite chance for Dhaval, because Murli is very good with his keeping and he was pretty sure it was of the bat.
Yes, that,
Knights would be breathing a sigh of relief, because that wicket would have put even more pressure on them.
oh, full outside off stump, plays and misses. Does Dhaval?
Avi is generating a good pace here that is troubling the batsman, I would say. With his height, with his pace, it's
Exactly, he has really good high arm action. If he just can get his length right, I think he surely has a good shoulder to generate the kind of pace that can trouble the batsman, and he is exactly doing that, especially in the last two balls. This time short outside off.
Oh, that's a good ball from Avi, and Dhaval is trying to get his eye in and is unable to middle the balls here. That brings to the end of the over. At the end of the over, Knights are 38, I would think.
No, that's a lot more than that. Unfortunately, we are unable to get the scoreboard up. But this is the final over before the 8 inning break, and I think these two batsmen would like to watch it out and regroup and replan about the strategy. I think they are surely not looking more than 120 here today.
Yeah, from this start, I would say 120 they'd be pretty happy, because they lost 4 wickets, and Udan would be pretty disappointed if they give away more than 100 runs from this position. What do you think, Keshav?
Exactly my thoughts. Santu will be continuing around the wicket again. They surely have some strategy. I have seen both the bowlers bowling around the wicket.
Maybe trying to cramp up the batsman instead of giving the batsman the room and the width to go around the wicket, over the wicket. Oh.
That's a wide again.
With
Santu,
this angle, you would have a risk of giving a wide deliveries outside the off stump, because the angle will be going away from the batsman. There's only one deep fielder on the leg side at deep mid wicket.
the idea is to bowl him outside off stump from around the wicket. and Harshu would mostly be looking for the singles given the loss of wickets.
Given the loss of wickets for Knights, Udan are trying to put more pressure on them by squeezing in the inner fielders.
Outside off stump, a good length delivery. Harshu trying to nudge it on the offside, but misses it again.
That's a beautiful delivery from the bowler, and almost an outside edge to the keeper. With the field set as it is, it's not easy for Knights to get a single, so Harshu is trying his best to manipulate the fielders.
Straight to Vamsi. He has been really good with his fielding. Direct hit again and a wicket again. What are we seeing here?
There is the run out again. I think it's Vinay.
No, it's Dhaval. Forget about the run out, but I guess he was looking for a single. He just took 3 steps, and Vamsi, instead of throwing it to the batsman end, which was so much closer to him, he decided to go to the bowler's end, and obviously with a direct hit, because that's all they have done today. Hit the stumps direct, and they've got the 3rd wicket in a similar fashion.
There's a suicidal thing from Knights, giving away 3 run-outs in the first 8 overs of the match. If you think it's the last 8 overs of the match, going for quick runs, it is fine, but first 8 overs of the game, when you're trying to set up the match, this is a criminal thing.
Yeah, and if they are winning it, they're surely winning it for their fielding.
Yeah, absolutely. Their fielding has been spot on the mark, and Knights running is not something that they would be very proud of today. That too, losing 3 crucial wickets of the informed batsman.
Vinay, Sandeep, Dhaval.
Dhaval being the last left-hander. There is Rahul as well, but a left-hander to confuse the bowlers would have been a pretty handy move for Knights. But looks like Kishore has come in right now. And this is not something like 1.75 of a run as well. It was just like the batsman is taking 2 yards and trying to make his mark to the crease, and they are getting run out. It's not even a half chance in the running. What do you think of the run outs?
Exactly. As I said, it's unfortunate from Knight's part, and it's brilliance from Udan's part. Couple of run outs where batsmen were just taking a start and they didn't get time to come back. So that is serious fielding efforts from Udan, and they are correctly being rewarded for those. Harshu just getting a couple on that occasion.
And couple more balls to bring the end of the over and to the 8-over break.
Full toss on the leg side. Harshu misses. It's a wide, all right, but he would have loved to get a boundary on that one.
Yeah, it would have resulted in an easy boundary if he had managed to touch it, because there is no fielder on the leg side near the square leg.
Last 2 balls, I guess, before the break. Santu coming in. Full toss on the offside, played in the gap this time. Aditya again. In fact, this Shiva this time, it would only be a single. Aditya has the ball, so they don't run. They
Definitely
can't run.
They won't take a risk of getting a run out again, so they are pretty confident and content with the single that they are on offer.
Yeah, not only the accuracy of their throws, but also the pace with which they are throwing from the boundary line has been really impressive for Udan today.
And also the keeper being Murli, who is a very good keeper. They don't want to take any more chances, Knights, because they're already 5 down and still 8 more overs to go.
Yeah, Murli just recognizing that Santu has been bowling a bit on the leg side, having an extra fielder down there on the leg side. Kishore, mind you, Kishore is playing his first ball, by the way.
A deep square leg moves in for Kishore.
In fact, he's more moving towards mid-wicket from the first ball to Kishore, so it's more like 2 deep mid-wickets, one a little bit more squarer and one right there at the spot, one more cow cornerish.
Anticipating if Santosh bowls a short ball, he'll go for the first ball itself. Oh, that's a good leave from the batsman, making sure he just wants to go into the break without losing his wicket.
Yeah, and that was an interesting change, because given that Kishore was playing his first delivery, and you and being the last ball of the eighth over, you having two diff mid wickets was a strange call. But anyways, 8 over done. We are not really sure about the score, but it's somewhere around 42-43. So because my app is not loading, however, we will join you back in 5 minutes. I am not switching off the telecast, so stay here, and we will basically start our broadcast soon.
Thank you.
Best of luck to all NWA cricket participants. We have extensive experience in land development and quality construction. We have built over 200 homes in 4 subdivisions, including single-family and duplex homes. Silverleaf Estates is our new upscale subdivision with amenities like clubhouse, walking trails, pool, kids play area, and more. We have a limited time buyer incentive of $13,000 for NWA cricket participants. Our office is in Bentonville, across from the Links at Rainbow Curve Apartments. We're ready to serve you.
Hello guys, welcome to the second 8 overs of the first innings between Knights and Udan. Shiva is about to start his first over of the match. Harshu is on strike. It's a regular field with 2 on the leg side and 3 on the offside on the boundary and 4 fielders inside the circle. It's important to see how Knights approach this innings after losing 5 wickets. As of now, after 8 overs, they are 47 for 5. Shiva with his first ball of the innings. Oh, it's a good shot up in the air and a good fielding from Santosh to the deep mid wicket. Just a single. Hi Keshav, what do you feel about the match as of now?
Yep, more in Udan's favour as of now, for sure, given that Knights have lost 5 wickets, 5 crucial wickets, important wickets. Crucial for them that this partnership at least goes for 4 to 5 more overs. Harshu surely being the key of them. Shiva, their main bowler, comes to the strike for sure. They are taking singles. Again a throw and Harshu is coming back and Santu has slipped. So it's only good 2 runs to Knights this time.
In the second half of the innings, already the fielding of Udan as of now is just fumbling a little. Maybe the dew is also catching up, aiding the batting team Knights. From here, what do you think would be a happy target for Knights?
They should target somewhere more than 100. 48 balls, 46 balls now. So if they can make 60-ish runs, that would be the ideal case scenario. So I think we are looking at 110 in that scenario. But I think anything above 100, they should be a happier team. I mean, because if they lose a wicket right now, I don't think so how many batting they have below this.
Yeah, they have a couple of good batsmen in power hitters, I would say. And one is a good rotator. Apart from that, that would be very too high expectations from Knights to expect runs from the tail. So I would say these 2 batsmen should bat sensibly for 2-3 overs and then see what they can do after that.
Slower ball straight down the ground. This fielder coming under it. Should be an easy catch and has been taken. Almost tried to drop it but didn't drop. So that has been a catch and a wicket again. Exactly what Knights didn't want and more than what Udan would have wanted.
Yeah, that's absolutely what Udan wanted. And it was not a great delivery by the bowler, but
it was a slower ball, mind you. That was surely a lot slower than Shiva bowls in his normal pace.
And that was right in a slot,
exactly.
And that deceived the batsman.
That I think would have been the idea, just induce them to play a big shot, and Kishore that time not able to hit it from the middle of the bat.
Luck is going against Knights. It would have been a drop catch, almost a fumble from the fielder Avinash, but he still managed to grab hold of the ball, resulting in the 6th wicket for Knights.
And from here on, I think if they are able to get 100, they would have done a really good job. So let's see how it goes for Knights. Harshu surely being the key. Chandu is the new batsman in?
No, Rahul is the new batsman. Another left-hander, and I can definitely say he's the last left-hander of the
so
Knights 11.
Left-handers now Knights have. None of them being able to capitalize on that opportunity. The score has moved on to 50, but the wickets column has gone on to 6 as well. 9th over.
They brought in their one of their strike bowlers, Shiva, and he delivers in the first over itself, putting more pressure on Knights and more onus on Harshu now to shepherd the innings and take them to a respectable total.
Shiva literally bowling a lot slower than usual. I can see that.
He might be sensing that Knights are under pressure. They would not go for the shots. So he's trying to reduce the pace and make sure that they try to generate the pace and go for the slog and get out in the meanwhile.
Surely not the best time to bat on because you have the pressure of not giving away wickets. But the singles are available on the offside for Rahul.
Yeah, they need to make sure at least they get the singles. They are not bogged down by
on the leg side, glanced away in the air, but there's no fielder out there.
They would definitely not risk a double here. There was a chance of it, but sensibly they said no to the second run, which is quite understandable at this situation because they already lost 3 wickets to run out and 6 wickets in total, bringing the end of the over.
The score has moved on to 51. 4 runs of this over and also a wicket.
Yeah, it was a crucial wicket as well because Kishore can bat well as well and stay long in the innings. It will put pressure more on Knights to see how they manage this innings from now because there are 7 overs left. They need to make sure they are scoring as well and they don't lose the wicket as well.
42 balls. They would like to score at least 50 out of those 42 balls.
Yeah, 50 at this stage they will be very happy with that and the score would be around 105 to 110, which should be a reasonable total. Might not be a winning total, depends on how they start with the bowling night, but that would be giving them a competitive total to be in the match. Looks like a new bowler is coming, Krishna.
Yeah, the fifth bowler. All the other 4 have really bowled well. In fact, the 6th bowler, Shiva, was the 5th bowler. So, Knight should target him or plan to target him. Let's see. But again, it's going to be a tricky call given that they've already lost 6 wickets.
Yeah, they should properly manage and make sure that if it's a half tracker, they should go for it. Otherwise, they should not give away easy wickets.
He has gone for it. Fielder coming under it and he takes a catch. Oh, it's Aditya. He surely take a catch. That was a brilliant catch, by the way, from anyone's standard. And obviously, Aditya has taken it.
It was very close to the boundary. It was almost going over. He had to take control of himself before making sure that he's in control of the ball as well, without not going over the rope. And it's a huge wicket for Knights, bringing in another wicket.
Yep. No partnerships, and that has been the problem for Knights today. Yeah, that was in the slot, all right.
But I would say that was not a smart move, losing both the wickets after the break, losing to not a great balls and as well as neither a great shot. When you're 5 down, you would say don't go for the risky shots, and both of them were risky shots up in the air. And I would say Knights would be very disappointed with the shots that they have played.
Yep, surely 100 looks a far away thing right now for Knights.
Yeah, their first aim should be making sure that they play out the 16 overs and then see how much they can score of the 16 overs. As the over sticks by, wicket of Harshu is becoming more and more critical to the cause of Knights because he is the only main batsman left for Knights. The tail is almost about to begin, but they have one hitter in Purna or Chindu. So
Yeah, I
definitely they will try to hold Chandu till the end, make sure that he is coming only after the 12th over. Depends on how these two batsmen make sure they don't lose their wickets.
Yeah, the plan from Knights will be to save wickets now and not get induced. Outside leg stump, and they're not running. It's been a welcome bite for them.
Yeah, they should not risk a easy single even if there is a misfield, because there is a saying never run off a misfield. That too, given the situation of the match, that would be a sensible move from Knights. Krishna is about to bowl his next delivery.
Full.
Sensible shot from the batsman. It was a low full toss. Batsman making sure that he doesn't play a fancy shot and get out. Just playing sensibly back to the bowler.
Full and straight to the fielder. They have 3 close-in fielders for Vimal out there.
Understandably putting more pressure on the new batsman and making sure that there are no easy singles. That would put Harshu on strike. Oh, that's a good delivery and a miss from the keeper, and it results in just a single and a great throw from the deep again. direct hit onto the wickets, but luckily for Knights, Harshu is in the crease this time.
They're only going direct today, our Udaans.
Yeah, it shows a testament to their arm and their skill as well. Hitting direct hits from the deep is not an easy thing.
Full toss on the leg side. Did it hit his leg? It has been given as a wide, I guess. They are coming back for 2.
Krishna is not getting his line, and Murli standing up to the wickets is unable to get hold of the ball. The ball's being full tosses down the leg side, giving away free runs tonight, which would make them happy.
It's the loss of wickets that's going to haunt them later in the innings.
At least it is trying to take some pressure off Knights by giving away free runs from Udan.
Nicely played on the leg side. The fielder there is pretty square.
They're going for the double. That's a good call from Harshu.
Good throw again.
The bowler is not getting his line or the length. He's giving away.
Outside of Harshu, lets it go.
That was a good over for Knights, giving away 7 or 8 runs. The bowler was not able to get his line. He was bowling full tosses down the leg side, giving away free runs for Knights. And Shiva is up to bowl his second over.
But he still got a wicket. Krishna Reddy, he still got a wicket. He gave away 7 runs.
Yeah.
But got an important wicket. I think that is what Udan would be really happy about.
Yeah, Udan would be pretty pleased that even though he gave away 7 runs, he took an important wicket that would put pressure on Knights.
So there have been 3 runouts out of the 7. Aditya bowling 2 overs for 13. Swaroop 2 over 11 has bowled really good today, has taken 1 wicket. Avinash 2 over 11, 1 wicket. So these 2 have been really good. Santosh 2 overs 12 runs, no wickets. Shiva came in 1 over 4 run, 1 wicket. And Krishna 1-7-1. Shiva will continue. Slower one again. And Vimal lets it go for a wide.
Shiva is today looks like he has changed his plan. Generally he was a medium pace bowler. Today he is trying to bowl most of his deliveries on a slower side. Maybe he got the pace of this pitch, saying that okay, slower balls are harder to hit. Another slow ball and another wide.
Murray is checking with the umpire about batsmen moving. Not an easy job to be an umpire in such a high voltage clash.
Yeah, absolutely. That too, the wild lines have not been marked today because of the rains and all.
But Udan has it under control until now. This time again on the off time. Nicely played in the gap. There was a single on there, but Harshu refuses.
Yeah, that was a sensible call. There was a chance of a single, but it's not a good idea to risk it for a run out. Vimal is trying to just rotate the strike and get to the non-striker end instead of trying to hit any big shots.
Again, and that's a wicket again. Unless he drops it. That was, I think, my bad. I think But Krishna there, the culprit, it not an easy sitter catch, but it should still have been taken there. He
Yeah,
just
but
looped it up in the air, Vimal, and by the kind of fielding that Udan have been displaying today, that was a really easy catch. But nevertheless, Krishna lets it go, and Vimal gets a breather. Vimal is looking for singles, but that one just bounced a little bit more.
Vimal gets a lucky break. Let's see how if he can make sure that he can capitalize on it.
In the gap, not in the gap, straight to the fielder. But that wicket there would have really added a lot of pressure on Knights. Not that they are not under pressure right now, but it's
That
that
would have put even more pressure on Knights.
they would want to get the singles away at least, because
That would have meant like 3 slog shots in the after the 8-over break when they definitely did not need those shots.
anything below 80 is really, anything around 80 basically is really going to be an easy one for Udan. He goes for a pull shot in the gap, and that might just be a boundary against the run of play. Vimal just anticipates the slower ball from Shiva. He just moves outside the off stump and pulls it in the vacant area for a boundary. That's really good batting from Vimal, compensating for the dot balls that he have been playing in this over.
Yeah, that was a pretty good shot. He just the line of the ball and the ball Shiva was bowling. He premeditated, went on the offside and hit it to the leg side. Maybe he is giving too much of predictable bowling by Shiva, giving all the short slower balls.
And for sure, this next one is going to be a quicker one. I can bet on that.
Yeah, I would anticipated definitely a bowler who goes for a 4 will not be bowling a slower ball in any level of cricket.
Also, because he has just changed the field a little bit. Just after that one shot, you get a deep square leg, which is a bit fine, and he has called in Aditya, who was standing in deep covers. Given that Vinay has already got a boundary in this over, I think he would be happy glancing it for a single or just even playing a dot ball again.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't throw away his wicket, he should be happy with the over, and that too after getting a life, he should be trying to make use of the chance that he got. Shiva
He
with the
moves
next-
again. The batsman has already moved. Slower one full this time, and Murli doesn't collect it.
Do you think it was a chance of a stumping?
Not sure.
The batsman was well outside the crease. It would have been a tight call.
Yeah, one more ball to go in the over.
Looks like something is on the pitch.
Might be an insect. Game just slowing down a little bit. We are getting to see the crowds here in the boundary lines. Last ball of the over. Full, not full. Just a good line delivery, and Vimal happy to block it back. So a decent over for Knights, getting 6 runs out of it.
Yeah, getting
Getting
6 runs of Shiva's over is pretty good thing for Knights.
In fact, 5. Oh, my bad. Getting 5 runs out of it. 1 wide and 1 4. 2 wide and 1 4. So that is 6.
At the end of
11 overs.
11 overs, it's 64 for 7.
Yup. And while Udaans decide whom to bowl next and Knights takes a sip of water, we will show you some ads and we'll get back in 2. So Krishna is going to continue the spell, and Harshu will be taking the strike. From the field setup, it looks like Udan is very happy to give Harshu a single away 5 fielders outside, 4 inside are basically standing on the 30-yard. No one close in stopping a single. So Harshu would gleefully accept it at this time, I guess. In fact, he was trying to go on the leg side and misses it.
Both the batsmen are trying to get onto the offside and hit the ball on the leg side, which is a good move. But there is a fielder on the leg side near the deep square leg. They are trying to hit behind the wicket. The next ball of the over coming up from Krishna.
Full ball, Harshu drives it in the gap. It would only be they should come back for 2 or some miscommunication again, and they decide against it. That's
They took
yeah.
a good call. Instead of sacrificing a wicket, sacrificing a single would be a good deal.
Yeah, I thought there was a couple in it, but Vimal was not ready the first position. By the time he got ready, it was too late for them.
He was premeditated being a single only, so he was not alert to the second run. Looks like the dew has already started. The bowler is wiping the ball very hard.
The fielders coming in close now with Vimal on strike. Shiva coming at short cover, Aditya at point, Avinash at gully, Vamsi at on the leg, saving a single. He cuts it, edges it in fact, and that should surely be a couple. Avinash has reached the ball, but Vimal will complete an easy 2.
That's good running from the batsman and resulting in 2 runs. It was a good ball actually. A lucky outside edge from Vimal, not carrying to Murli, which results in a couple runs.
Yep, this is, I think, what Knights would want to continue doing, singles and doubles for at least 2 more overs, and then Harshu take a charge. This is the 12th over. Full ball driven nicely straight down the ground for only a single. There's no one inside the 30-yard on the long on area, on the mid-off area.
Yeah, it was a good single. They're trying to rotate now, bat sensibly. They got already 4 runs of the over of the 3 balls. And this would be the 5th bowler that is bowling right now, 6th bowler, Krishna. So definitely, I would think they would try to take a chance of this over, because he would be bowling his last one.
And I think that's the bet that Udan are taking. They maybe want them to take that chance, and they have 5 fielders outside for Harshu. So Harshu is the wicket they want. Full outside off in the gap would only be a single. Aditya there keeps the field, does a brilliant throw. Look at that throw again, and a direct hit again. Harshu goes for a double.
Double, wow.
Too many direct hits for their liking, Udan, I guess. That was a second direct hit from the boundary.
From Aditya, that was a great throw, and Murli just fumbles a little bit, and the batsmen are very alert to the chance of a second run. Looks like definitely the dew is having its impact on the field now. Every ball, the bowler is wiping the ball, which should make things interesting in the second half of the match.
Yes, exactly. That's why Knights, if they can get somewhere above 90, closer to 100, I think they should be happy. This is again good batting. They are looking for singles. Harshu getting a single.
Yeah, they are trying to put pressure on Udan now. With just rotating the strike, they are getting easy singles, 6 to 7 runs per over, and making sure that they can build and hit at the end.
Yeah, the score for them has moved on to 70 at the end of 12. In fact, they are 71 now. So 4 more overs to go. I think this is a good time for them to reassess. They have 3 wickets in hand. As you said, Chandu is one batsman who can bat good. So I think this is the time where they can change. They can be slightly positive. They have been positive. I'm not saying that they've not been positive, but they want the flow of runs. Next 4 overs, at least 30 runs to get through that 100-run mark.
Yeah, I would say they would be targeting 40 runs, given that there is 1 power play left in the innings. And maybe after this over, they'll try to go all-out attack and see if they can muster more runs and get a target around 115.
115 I think looks a lot more farther away. I think their idea should be to reach 100 first, and then leave it to the last 2 overs if they can go to that kind of a score. For them to get 1 to 115, Harshu needs to hit some really big ones really soon.
Yeah, given that if Harshu stays in the end and Chandu can get a couple of sixes away, 115 would be a chance for them, but as of now it looks like a distant dream. Let's see how he approaches this innings. Harshu, looks like Shiva is about to bowl his third over. That is interesting given there are 3 more overs.
Yes, and he might be the one who bowling the fourth one out as well. You never know. Aditya has only bowled 2, so they have their bowling options.
Might be Shiva might be bowling his power play over, the fourth one.
Also they are looking for wickets, right? And who better than Shiva to induce one? I think Harshu is the wicket they are looking after, and they want it. Udan to just seal the game right here for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. That would put more pressure on Knights if they get rid of Harshu. Let's see how Shiva bowls this over, because the first 2 overs he was bowling only slower deliveries that was able to help the batsmen stick to their thing and go around the wicket and try to hit the ball. Looks like he's already bowled a slow ball again. Looks like it's a couple of runs again.
Yeah, Shiva not sure if that was off the bat or of the legs. Umpire, I think, is taking his time, but it has been given off the bat. Harshu just eyeing that gap behind the Murli and paddle sweeping it for a couple of runs. No one there behind the wicket.
Keshav, do you see any reason why Shiva is premeditated on bowling all the slower balls in his spell?
Good question. Honestly, I'm not sure. The only thing I can think of is maybe deceiving the batsman to go for it and not timing it, not giving the pace. This time again shot, and that's brilliant batting from Harshu, just guiding it again, late cutting it for a double. That's smart batting. If you can get 2 twos this way, there's no need of a big shot. He gets 4 runs of the 2 balls.
But won't bowling the same deliveries, the same slower balls set up the batsman?
Yeah, that's what has been happening with him today. Batsmen, after seeing 4 or 5 same kind of deliveries, they are being ready for the other one. In this over, he has actually changed his length a bit. He has just gone a little too good lengthish, which is good. But Harshu getting better off him. In the last over, he was a bit more slower and a bit more shorter.
They are trying to go around the wicket, making sure that they don't give room on the leg side to hit the boundaries. But as we see, it's been 5 or 6 outside edges to the deep third man area on the offside. So that angle is costing to give away plenty of runs there, and there is a slight change in the field. Short third man being placed there to avoid that exact shot.
Harshu on strike. 4 more balls to go. They've got 4 of 2 already. Shiva full this time, slow again, but Harshu smart enough to nudge it for a single, not giving in to the enticing nature of the ball. That was again right there to be hit. If you are a batsman, surely you might just be deceived to go for it and clear the long on area. But I think that's what their plan is as Udan.
Yeah, they are trying to entice the batsman into playing a big shot, especially Harshu. But Harshu, being sensible, realizing that they already got 4 runs, just took a single and making sure that they rotate the strike.
Okay, 3 balls, 5 runs in this over so far. The score has moved on to 75, 76. Vimal goes. I think the role now for Vimal is clear. He's going to go for it because they have completed the 12 over mark.
And Vimal, if you see, is trying to premeditate every shot, go outside off stump and slog onto the leg side.
I think he has got the license here. From that kind of a shot, I can sense that he has got the license here. He's going to go for his shots. He has the field set up. Let's see if he's able to achieve that, or find that gap or clear.
Bowler playing tricks with the batsman just to see if he's
moving or not.
Yeah, to just get an idea on how to plan his next couple of balls. It would be a sensible move from Vimal if he doesn't move in the crease this delivery and just plays to the merit of the ball.
Shiva running in. Faster ball this time, pulled away nicely. There's fielder coming under it, but it has cleared him. That's a welcome 6 for Knights, and that would really cheer them up a little bit finally in the game.
That was a great stroke from Vimal. It was a short ball, slower short ball, and Vimal swung his bat and got a 6.
And that sets up for them. So this partnership has been really good for Knights after so long in the whole day, basically. These two have been really smart about their singles and doubles. Mind you, Vimal did get a chance where he was dropped off Shiva by Krishna, but he's surely capitalizing onto that chance, playing smart, moving into the crease and making Shiva think. And when I said he got the license, you can see why, because there are three fielders in the leg side protecting that field, but he still goes for it and achieves the result what he wanted. Fifth ball of the over, he paddle sweeps. Or he tries to move again, but Murli there with a good effort keeping the wickets. Shiva smartly bowls it too much outside off stump, and Vimal misses.
Best of luck to all NWA cricket participants. We have extensive experience in land development and quality construction. We have built over 200 homes and 4 subdivisions, including single-family and duplex homes. Silverleaf Estates is our new upscale subdivision with amenities like clubhouse, walking trails, pool, kids play area, and more. We have a limited time buyer incentive of $13,000 for NWA cricket participants. Our office is in Bentonville across from the Links at Rainbow Curve Apartments. We're ready to serve you.
Okay, welcome back. 13 over mark. The score has moved on to 82. Just a change in the batting lineup. Vimal has been retired and Chandu comes in for him. Harshu, first ball, cuts it away through the point region. They are looking for a double, but they don't go for it. They are already 7 wickets down. The 8th one has been retired. Hurt. I think that's a tactical move, given that Vimal was really playing good, all right. But I think they have more faith in Chandu playing in this last set of overs. And if they can get 30 from this 3, I think they are looking really good for around 110 mark, Bhanu.
Yeah, that would be a decent comeback after losing 7 wickets, around 60. The thinking might have been give Purna a couple of deliveries to settle in so that he can capitalize the last 2 overs instead of asking him to directly slog from the first ball, which makes sense because he has been playing the finisher's role right through the tournament and playing very well.
Yeah, Aditya again just getting some treatment done on his legs. Meanwhile, talking about the game, I think Knights have done a sort of a comeback here, especially after losing 7 wickets. I think they were down 7 after in 50s. So Harshu and Vimal both have been really smart about their proceedings. We're focusing more on singles and doubles. Cheeky Vimal specially taking his chances against Shiva and inducing 1-4 and a 1-6, which helped them with some scoring as well. The score has moved on to 82. At a point, it was looking tough for them to reach 100, but now it looks really possible. At the end of 13 over, they were 82. Just 1 run in the first ball of the 13th over. The score has moved on to 83. 17 more balls remaining in the innings and 1 power play. So 6 of them are power play overs. I think power play has to be taken with these 2 batsmen in the middle. So maybe next over is when they would target it.
Yeah, that would give enough time for Purna as well to settle down in this over, and then he can try to hit couple of big hits in the next over to bring back the momentum tonight.
Oh, that's first ball Purna faced and he just nudged it through the point region for a single.
In the past few matches, we have seen drop catches changing the course of the match in the first innings, and today Vimal was the recipient of that catch drop. What do you think of that catch drop and its impact to the match?
more impact than what it looks in the runs, because at that time Vinay was just in, they had lost 7 wickets. That would have been 8. That would have meant Chandu coming into the ground 2 overs earlier and 20 runs earlier, by the way. So surely a lot more impact than it looks like on the scorecard. But that's what catch drops do. But that's what great fielding efforts do as well. If you see 7 wickets, out of that 7, 3 of them have been due to brilliant fielding efforts by Udan. So you have both of the game. This one again nudged, and they are going for a single. Might be close, but I think Chandu making it.
Yeah, it was not a great effort from the fielder Vinay. I would say it was a definite half chance, given that Purna is not a great runner between the wickets. That would have been a massive blow to them. But luckily enough, they go through to the single unscathed and puts Purna on strike.
Yeah, the idea is to just take singles in this over, I guess, and then go for it with a power play in the next over. Aditya is bowling his third over, so he won't be able to bowl the power play over if they take it in the next over. That might be the thought process. Let's see what Chandu has in his mind. Fourth ball of the over. Chandu tries to go for a pull and he places it beautifully in the gap. That should be a boundary. That's some good batting by Knights. Chandu just shuffling in the crease quite a bit, enough to come behind the ball and just pulls it in the vacant area. No risk shot, that one.
That was a good shot, and it was a shorter delivery, and Purna making sure that he capitalizes on it, given that there is no fielder on the deep square leg.
Yeah, but Knights coming back into the game by every ball, and that's what good teams do. Just showing the character after losing 7 wickets. Not that they are ahead in the game, but they just are standing up again.
They are making sure that they put up a competitive total and leaving the Udan to be under pressure.
That's in the gap and would be a single, unless Harshu thinks otherwise. Harshu thinks otherwise, and they come back for a double. Just a slight fumble from Santu on that occasion, and they come back for 2.
Good running there from Knights as well, making sure the fumble results in an extra single. Looks like definitely the dew has taken its effect. The fielders are rubbing the ball after every ball, and the fielder also is feeling the pressure to field the ball.
So what do you think? The dew, does it helps the batsman more or the bowler?
It would help the batting team, but if the ball becomes harder, it will be harder for the ball to travel. So that would even out the advantage to any of the team. And Aditya tries a slower ball outside off, and it's been given a wide.
Yep. The score has moved on to 90. So Knights making big strides here in this game where they were all down and out.
The pressure is well and truly on Udan now to make a comeback, because this is a very good score after the situation they were.
Oh, that's in the gap. That has not carried to Santu. Or can he make it? He drives beautifully but misses it. That was a valiant effort from Santu. Had he taken it, that would have been a blinder.
It would have been a terrific catch if he had taken it, but nonetheless, it would have been a terrific effort from the fielder Santosh. And a quick double from the batsman as well. They are alert to the chance of a double and making sure that they take each and every single that's on offer to them.
Yep, at the end of 14 over mark, the score has moved to 94, and just 3 overs before 115 looked a far thing has now become a real possibility for Knights. 2 more overs to go. I think they are going to go for power play this over, given that Chandu has just gotten the amount of balls he was looking for, and Harshu has been a settled batsman for them as well. Harshu has played a really good innings along with Vimal. Vimal has been retired out for 14 of 14 balls. Harshu meanwhile has moved his way to 19 in 19 balls. Chandu has just come in, is playing on 9 of 4. So they have the momentum right now, Knights, and I think they have the correct time to take a power play, and they do take a power play. Avinash would be the...
They haven't taken the power play. There are 5 fielders on the boundary unless they take a late decision to take a power play.
Yeah, I did see the umpire signaling it. It has just not went until up to the captain yet to bring the fielders in. So we will continue bowling in the power play over, but Udan just making some changes in the field. They need to take a call on who are the 2 fielders. But how nicely have Knights come back in this game, Banu?
Yeah, that has been a terrific comeback from Knights. They batted sensibly after losing 7 wickets, making sure they keep their batting order and the pinch hitters till the end, and making sure they send in a rotator Vimal, who made a handy contribution with the bat, making sure that there are no wickets lost, putting a good partnership with Harshu, and now it's up to the power hitters Chandu and the settled batsman Harshu to take the team to a decent score with a power play remaining in the innings.
Yep, so two fielders outside are long on, who is a bit wide-ish, and deep cover, by the way, against Harshu it is. Be interesting contest this one, Avinash against Harshu. Harshu does offers the offside a lot more than leg side, but he's pretty good on leg side as well. But straight down the ground is totally empty. Anything straight down the ground is a boundary or 6 if he clears it.
It will be interesting to see what the bowling plan from Avinash is, because the field set is mostly set on the offside, and the fielder is on deep extra cover, and one on the deep mid wicket on the long on.
Let's see it. Oh, he plays it over the cover fielder in the gap. That should surely be a couple. In fact, it has gone for 4, a misfield, a rare misfield from Shiva over there. Overruns the ball on that occasion and lets the ball go through. That's a 4, a welcome 4 for Knights. Knights are coming back in the game steadily and heavily.
Yeah, looks like Udan is already under pressure because they are in the last 2-3 overs. They are fumbling quite a bit. Imagine the situation if Krishna had taken the catch in the 11th over, it would have been a different game altogether. But now pressure is well and truly on Knights with the power play as well.
I think we are in here for a good contest. Harshu facing second ball. He plays it again through the gap on the point region, and good for a 2 again.
A chance of a run out at the bowler's end. Just in time, this go back to the crease, which is a good call from Purna, but there was a definite chance of it double there. Slight miscommunication from the batsman, but all is well at the end.
Yeah, the double was not on there. Harshu was just checking where the ball is. Luckily for him, the throw was not at the stumps. There was no 2 on that one, but the score has moved on to 99. Still 3 more balls to go in the over. Chandu on strike. They need a boundary, 1 more boundary in this over, and they are looking good for 120, mind you. 4 more balls to go in the over, sorry.
Purna would be trying to aim the deep mid wicket area. That's his favourite shot.
The field has not changed.
Let's see if he can capitalize.
You can make it out from his stance. He's looking for a big one. And big one. He's straight down the ground. Santu there does a brilliant fielding effort again, and they will come back for 2. Harshu is such a fast runner. Is he out? Rahul is still contemplating. He has given it not out.
But it was a good throw, but the batsman was very on his backside, saying that okay, it's not the throw to my end. He was pretty relaxed. He realized late that it was coming to his end, but a terrific save from Santosh on the long on boundary. It was a definite 4. He saved couple of runs for their team.
Yep, he was not ready basically for the throw at his end. Luckily for him, it didn't cost them a wicket, because that's not the first time they would be losing a wicket on the run out today. But again, they are getting the runs. It's not about the boundaries, but they're getting 2s pretty frequently lately. The score has moved on. They have crossed the 100. Still 9 more balls to go in this over. 15 more runs in this 9 balls. And we are having a game on our hand. We already have a game on our hand, I guess.
Yeah, definitely Knights would be pretty pleased after the start they had. After the 10 overs, they would be pretty pleased. They have a real chance of going at 120 now.
High back lift. Slower one. He takes it straight to the fielder. In between the fielder, he found the gap brilliantly there. Does Chandu, and that does race us away for a boundary. That's some real good batting from both of these batsmen.
Yeah, that was a good shot, but the bowler was showing his tricks well before. It was a slower ball, and batsman had enough time to pick it and place the ball in the gaps. I think Udan are making a mistake of bowling too many slower balls and giving enough time for the batsman.
Yeah.
I think they should have gone for the fuller balls and the faster balls. That would have given less time for the batsman to swing along the ground.
Yeah, but that was nicely placed as well. There were 2 fielders inside the 30-yard circle protecting that kind of a shot. One mid-off and one cover. He just managed to place it right in between them. So credit goes to the batting as well. Fast again on the leg side. Is it a wide? Or has it? Oh, it is a wide. Knight surely going in with the momentum at the end of the innings.
Yeah, that was a good ball. That is what.
106.
That was a good ball from Avi. Even though it was a wide, it was a faster delivery, giving less time for the batsman to come under the arc and hit it down the ground.
2 more balls to go in the over. Chandu lines up. Chandu heaves it over cover again. A beautiful shot again. And what a batting we are looking here from Chandu and Harshu. Chandu specifically hitting those 2 boundaries in this over.
It is not. The bowler is confused actually. He is not sure if he is bowling the right line because he kept the mid off up in the circle and bowling wide outside off in the slot, making sure the batsman hits down the ground for boundaries.
Yeah, the fielder in the deep cover I think can be moved to the long off region, and I think that will happen in this ball because Chandu has been hitting the ball really well through that region. Also, Udaans are drying the ball a lot more now given that the dew is in. But Knights definitely getting the better of the last half of this game. The score has moved on to 110. We still have 7 more balls to go in the innings.
They have a chance of pushing it to 125 given the ball is wet, the fielders are under pressure and there is nothing to lose for the batsman as well. They can slog and get couple of sixes will get them beyond 120. That would be a decent comeback and a very good fighting score on this track.
For sure. Short one, he tries to pull but misses. They are appealing and it has been given out. The batsman again is not happy with the call, but I think the umpire has given it out and that will stay as a decision. But a brilliant hand by Chandu. I think he has done his job. He would have loved to stay the last over as well. However, the score has moved on to 110 at the end of 15 over and the contribution from Chandu is irreplaceable. He has scored 19 runs of the 7 balls that he has faced.
That was a good innings from Chandu. He has done his role to perfection. He's been assigned a finisher role in this team and every match of the tournament he has done his role to perfection. Today as well, when he came the team was under pressure, he made sure that he took the use of the power play and got 19 runs of 7 balls, changing the momentum of the innings.
Yep, exactly the kind of innings Knights would have wanted. They've got one better actually, 110. I think 5 overs back, if we would have offered them 110, they would have taken it gleefully. They still have an over to go and Harshu on strike. Vimal comes back after being retired into the crease. So running would surely be in focus here. Harshu would want to face all the 6 deliveries. Even 10 more runs, I think Knights will be so happy.
Given the second half of the innings, Knights would definitely carry the momentum into the second half of the match.
Aditya will be bowling his 4th over.
Knights would want Harshu to be on strike for the most of the over.
They have only
a deep square leg and a long on and extra cover, long off. There is one fielder shot on the boundary.
Santu has been moved a bit more finer towards deep.
There's only 4 fielders. Do you think they missed a trick here?
They are still setting up their field. So as you rightly said, there's one coming at long on, Swaroop. So they have 5 straight down the ground. 1 deep square leg, deep cover, long off, long on and deep mid wicket. All straight, but more straight. The straight is really covered. So the idea from Aditya would be to bowl full and ask Harshu to clear the boundary if he can. And Harshu, mind you, can clear really good. Let's see if he takes on the challenge.
But Aditya would be well advised to go for a faster ball instead of slower ball because Udan had made a big blunder, I would say, in my opinion, bowling too many slower balls, giving ample time for the batsman to convert it to boundaries.
Fast when he goes for the shot, it's high up in the air. Fielder coming under it would be a difficult catch. If he takes it, he drops it. Chaitu that time. Harshu gets the double. Udan, who were so much into the game due to their fielding in the end, are just dragging it out a little bit. That was a tough chance, by the way.
But given the standards of Chaitu and because he was well under the he was settled under the ball well in advance. I would have said it should have been taken definitely, but maybe the dew is playing its factor, making it harder for the fielder to catch the ball.
Second ball. He goes for it again. It's high up in the air. Fielder coming under it again. Aditya running back and he drops it again. It was Avinash's catch more than Aditya's. But Avinash was not ready for it. So 2 chances in 2 balls, but 4 runs importantly for Knights.
Yeah, it was definitely Avinash's catch, and there was no proper calling. It would have been an easy catch for Avinash compared to the bowler going backwards after bowling his delivery.
4 more balls to go. They are 1 hit away from 120. I think they would still be happy with 114. Harshu might just have hurt himself a little bit.
Yeah, looks like he's taking a little break and is all set to face the next ball of the over. And Aditya is vigorously trying to change the field on the offside to extra cover instead of covers. And definitely Harshu is trying to slog every ball and make sure that he capitalizes the last 4 balls of the over. Let's see how Aditya counters that.
Third ball. Oh, big heave, and that's a 6. That's a 6. That's thumbed down to the mid wicket for a big one, and exactly what Knights would have wanted from Harshu. He is delivering when it matters for them. The score has moved on to 120. Was looking unrealistic just 5 overs back. But Knights are back in the game big time.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great shot from Harshu, and the momentum is definitely with with Knights. And Udan will be under pressure to chase 125 because the chasing has been becoming difficult as the matches go on.
3 more balls to go, and suddenly the 3 balls are looking so many right now. Can Harshu hit one more? Oh, he drives it down the ground. That should surely be a couple. Vimal is coming back for 2. The throw has to be at Harshu's end. It is not at Harshu's end. It hits Vimal on full, but Harshu is not interested, and so is not Vimal.
Yeah, that would be a sensible move because Harshu has been timing the ball well in the last over. It would be good advice to Harshu to be on strike for the last ball of the over as well.
2 more balls to go. What an over this is turning out to be. A couple, a 6, a couple. 12 runs off it already. Couldn't have asked for a better finish, Knights.
Yeah, the last 2 overs have been terrific. In the power play also they got around 16 runs, and the momentum is shifting well and truly towards Knights. Oh, the bowler just stops in his run up and just gives a warning to the batsman. That's a cheeky sign from Aditya, making sure that Vimal doesn't leave the crease before the ball is.
But a good thing to note is he didn't take off the stumps. He could have easily done that.
Yeah, he was just trying to get a warning to the batsman.
5th ball of the over. Harshu drives it again through the leg side. In the gap, might just go away for 4. It's surely a couple, if not a 4. The grasses don't let them give a 4.
Yeah, it's just a couple and good fielding from Umesh, and there was a chance of a third, but Harshu was in no mood to go for a third and making sure that he retains the strike for the last ball of the over.
Really good batting effort this one from Harshu. Might just have played a match-winning knock here. He's playing on 38 of 26. Still 1 more ball to go. Still 1 more ball to go.
I would say this is
A 6. A 6 here would take them to 130. That would be a boost. Last ball. It is up in the air. There's fielder coming under it. Will he be able to take it? Shiva this time doesn't drops it. But is it too late of a catch for them? Time will tell. But what a comeback this one for Knights. We need to talk about Knights. Harshu, Chandu, Vimal, those 3 guys have just brought them back big time. Mind you, they were 50 odd for 7 down at 10th over mark. And from there they are finishing up on 124. Harshu playing a brilliant knock. Got out of the last ball of the innings of 40 of 27 balls, 28 balls.
But he has more than done his part, and Vimal and Chandu supporting him with good contributions and making Knights drag to a decent total 124, which they would have gleefully accepted at the end of 8 overs.
Exactly, the game which was looking dominated by Udan in the first half has been really brought back to balance at the end of the second half. So it would be such a good second innings to watch out for. Do join us back after 10 minutes. Thanks for joining.